Oh, yeah. Been a not a long minute, but it's been a minute. Probably should have done so. We're maybe like a week late. So I totally intended to do a video last week, but there was a lot going on. So and technically I can't even do this. I can't even make this video long because I have to prepare to where am I going? Grandmother's funeral. I am driving, make a 7 hour drive back to make sure that I am there and present for the funeral on Saturday. So I decided, let me just go ahead and get this video out so I can have done one. And and technically this will be the last video of the month because by the time I get back, it will be March. And I guess that's really what I'll talk about. March has just, I mean, February has gone so quickly. Ordinarily, time does not move fast for me. I'm pretty in the present, in the moment of each and every day. I wake up early and I have a pretty good handle on time um, as we go day to day. However, February just wow. I was telling somebody, one of my coworkers, that I felt like it was just felt like it was just January though. And I really think that with all of the various activities and events that took place this month, I was in a probably somewhat of a standstill, probably somewhat in a standstill. And so I'm trying to think from, excuse me, something is in my eye. This whole thing's unedited, so y'all, we just hear. But right, so with the thoughts of my grandmother coming in and out of the hospital, oh man, something's really right here. I think it's an eyelash. And then just working on me and going through my own evolution. Um, it's working on me being better and going through just the process of finding my own fit within what I'm doing and where I want to go and who I ideally want to become, and going through these higher mind courses and seeing new and different people that are in that space, gaining new information, and then not like I didn't it's not like I didn't necessarily see it. It was gonna happen eventually, but it took place and I don't know, things have kinda just stopped. And mentally that process, that grief process, because I had right, because my ex's father passed, and that's what it was. It's like that part started the that started the chain of events, I believe, and so from a passing, going into that version of grief, processing that, and then my grandmother's passing not too long, maybe 2 weeks after that, and going through that process and coming, I say maybe coming out of that, not really coming out of that, but just going through that process and dealing with, really dealing with that. It's not as it was. I will repeat, nowhere as hard as I thought it would be. And then the kid, so my youngest, Z, has their not therapy, theater competition, and so I went to I went to watch the performance at the school, and then the following week, we had competition. I just came back from the competition. So the competition was last week. As he did a monologue and got a superior, which was the top award for the monologue, and so that was dope. The kids, all of them, they got superior with distinction, and so just watching, watching kids who enjoy this art of acting, of expression, and I heard one of them say that they didn't even realize the passion within it. They didn't realize that they had a passion until they started acting, and just being able to find and use that form of expression to just to be yourself. And I'm watching all of these teenagers, all these high school kids, um, just love it, embrace it, want to study it, want to teach it, want to be it, want to embody it. And for someone who was in performing arts in middle school, high school, and someone who's been performing, I was probably from like age 9 to 22, I found that amazing. I truly found that amazing. Um, and to watch your child go from literally that kid's been performing since like 7 in different ways and capacities, but from here in this space to go from not necessarily finding the fit within the theater group, and then as a senior to really come into their own and stand out, and I see the leadership, I see the growth, um, the joy. I love watching it, and I'm so proud of that kid being able to just not conform to how people have said you should be. And I said, no, I want to be, this is who I am, and I'm not going to cower for anybody. And I think that's such a powerful statement to make at such a young age because a lot of life tries to put you in the box that they see you in. For someone to want to be able to stand on their own and not allow others to tell them who they are, I think that's something that we can all learn from. So that was great. It was a little Friday. I was up for like 20 plus hours. And so I get back and I don't know. I think my body had just kind of shut down. Didn't get that whole lot of sleep. And I also decided to take a break from my edibles because I noticed that they weren't the effects and the reason why I used them were no longer the same. I wouldn't dream as much, and when I would take it, it would kind of I don't know open up my spiritual field and my vibrational field, and I could see things better. When I see things better, but you know what? It allowed me to operate in what I call my excuse me most transparent version of myself. Because since I've been here, I've been working on being as authentic as I possibly can because I had allowed what I heard from other people put me in a space that I I I formulated an idea of who I was supposed to be based on what I heard from other people and or the role that I fit for other people. And that was the identity that I had. It was never really me. It was somebody else. And since I've been out here these past 3.5, almost 4 years, my operation had been who am I and operating in the person that I choose to be. And so Like they worked, they were great. It definitely allowed me to be in a certain space. But as I've been taking them lately, it's just a high. It's definitely a muscle relaxer. So like after I work out and I need to stretch, fantastic. But other than that, they no longer serve the purpose. So it's not like I've stopped completely. But right now we're just on a break. And we'll see where things are. Um, I think this might be for, I don't know, it may not be the rest of the year, but definitely like it's not that I may not at all, but it's definitely not going to be as consistently as I was because I was taking one or a piece of one every day, pretty much. So that was that. But yeah, and the funerals this weekend, and I did write a poem for it, and that poem is in the program, so I'm officially in the program. And my cousin told me that my grandmother wanted me to be a pallbearer. And I guess I will say I was a pallbearer for my grandfather. Um, and so it kind of makes sense. But she asked, and so that that does mean something because I know she continued to tell me how proud of me she was, and her wanting me to take that role means that she saw that she had continued to stay proud of me and saw the strength that I hold. And so as I recite the poem, I really just want to be a pillar of strength and enlightenment and upliftment when I recite it because I really believe that's a part of my purpose. Really believe that's a part of my purpose. So let me go ahead and end this video because I need to get to bed because I'm supposed to be getting up at 4:30, something like that. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot else. I guess what I will say is the one thing that has tended to be pretty consistent kind of in all of this, that it's not necessarily about what happens, but it's about what you do with what happens. And if you can find a piece of love, grace, honor, respect, even accountability in how you took a thing, take a thing, respond to a thing, and just have a slightly different perspective as opposed to being too emotional or just reactionary emotional or something that is going to bring your level, your heart, your spirit, your vibration down. It can 1000% help you move forward in a better space. Yeah. So till next time. See you next month.